out there? Welcome to M&S. Let's talk about it. That's Marcus. I'm Sherod. We're your
You're
host, and we're gonna kick it off. We're gonna start off with these Knicks. All right, we're gonna talk about our boys right now and how they did with this trade and the game they had against the Timberwolves yesterday. Um, I want to start out by saying RJ, Emmanuel, we're gonna miss you guys. But things happen. Gotta move on. Try to better the team. So I get it. Hope you guys have a lot of success. And we're gonna get right
They'll be
into
fine,
it.
Toronto. They'll be fine.
Yeah, yeah. So all right. So yesterday the Knicks played the Timberwolves. They won the game, and OG looked good to me, man. This guy, he looks like defensively he's gonna be a stud, and if he could give us 18 points a game with that, listen, that I'll take it. The only problem I see right now is we got to get this bench together because we only got 18 points on the bench, and that ain't gonna fly. We need to definitely build up this bench.
Most
Um,
definitely.
but with Brunson and Randall, if Randall can just do this every night consistently, I think we're
We had
gonna be
39 last
good.
night.
He got 39, and he also had 9 rebounds. But he had 6 turnovers. You gotta
He's
cut
handling
that on those
he's
turnovers.
handling the rock a little too much, in my opinion. Like up the court wise, it's probably where most of his turnovers took place.
Yeah, and then when he gets triple teamed or whatever, he don't dish the ball out. Like he
He
got
don't
no
want he
assist.
don't want this shit
He
out.
got no assist, not one assist
He
in the
ain't trying
game.
this shit out.
I was like, how do you not get one assist a game?
And we know he can do it. That's the problem.
He can
Because
get
he's
a
done it
triple double
before.
every game. He can
He's done it
get a triple
before.
double.
But he's being greedy.
Yeah, yeah, it's just crazy for me how inefficient he is when it comes to that. But like I said, OG, 17 points. I would like to get a little more rebounds. He got 6, but even he got an assist.
Even he
You
got
know
one
what I'm
in
saying?
his
He got an
debut.
assist.
In his
But
debut.
right, but Brunson with his debut, man, I think as far as with OG, his assist doubled pretty much. He got 14 assists, and he put up 16 points, which we could get. He could give us a little more than that. If he could get 25, you
You talking
know,
about Brunson?
Jalen Brunson, yeah,
Yeah.
it was 25 points, 10 assists. He give 4 or 5 rebounds a game. I think that's great because as the point guard, I want to see him score, but I want to see him make the team better by getting a lot of assists.
But we know what he can. We know what Brunson can do. The dude's a bona fide star in this league. He is a star, a stud star. But the Knicks are also missing a big man,
Yeah,
and that it player that we know. Like we said, like we mentioned before, earlier before offline, the Knicks have a lot of draft picks that they can use as trade bait as well.
yeah.
Also, free agency coming up. I gotta check to see who's going to be available in the next free agency, but I don't think it's a big class. But the fact of the matter is, they have to do something. They made it to the second round last year. I believe they can, if they make the appropriate moves. Adebayo, I mean not Adebayo, the new guy. Again, with his
OG,
name
let's call him OG.
OG. I'm,
OG.
gonna call him OG because he's young G, but OG. OG is a defensive stopper, which we
Yeah,
needed.
yeah.
So, like we said before, RJ is not that guy, um, and he constantly going to his left and not the right. That has been his biggest problem. Kind of like with Randall as well, but uh, Randall, what he lacks in that going right, he makes up in other areas. Like you said, rebounding. We know he can give assists, but last night he was being stingy. That's what caused
Yeah.
his turnovers.
Yes, he got more turn. He got 6 turnovers with no assists. That don't even out. If you gonna get 6 turnovers, at least get 7, 8 assists along the
You
way.
gotta get something. You gotta get something for something. But the highlight was the fact that we were able to beat the best team in the West.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not saying this is a loud message, but both their stars were on last night, and we still beat them. But that says something.
yeah.
Not saying we
And don't
can beat
forget,
them in a four-game
DiVincenzo.
series, but what I'm saying is that we can compete with them somewhat, but we need more.
Yeah, DiVincenzo. he's doing good too. I like his
He
15 points.
his
Um,
yes,
and he
yes.
and he plays defense too, and he goes hard. Like he's flying all over the place. Like the starters, I think is good. Hartenstein defensively,
Love
he
him.
got nine
Love
rebounds. He scored 7 points. He's blocking shots. I think he got 3 blocks in the game.
Hart.
Um,
Hartenstein is going to be. He's going to get a big payday after his contract is up because right now he's on a 2-year, $10 million, $20 million contract.
well,
So
don't forget,
He's getting 10-10.
Hart got 11
Huh?
rebounds last night too.
How much?
Hart, Hart got 11 rebounds too.
Oh,
You know
see.
what I mean, he put up 8 points, got 11 rebounds. Grimes
See,
put up 10 points.
Hart he's the utility player.
Yeah,
He does everything.
we just, you know what? I think we just gonna need him to score more until we find that person to come off the bench. He's gonna have to, because he getting 28 minutes. So in that 28 minutes, he got to give us at least 15 points.
But the thing is, he does everything. He can give you rebounds. He's a
Right, right.
hustler. Like
He got
he's another.
2 assists. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? So he pulled it off. Got 2 assists.
Right. Right.
So
So the Knicks, like I said, like we said, I guess we both agree upon the fact that both of them. I mean, that team they're not regressing; they're actually progressing, which is good. So
right.
that's a good sign. Um, let's segue into the New York Football Giants. Um,
Good.
so
Boy, you
um,
want to be there?
we hey, listen, we gotta go there. So the New York Football Giants, they're a mess. We
Yeah.
both know this. The thing is with them is that they have a quarterback issue. We all know this. Daniel Jones was not the answer. Never was the answer. They
Right.
try to make him the answer.
They forced.
Uh, they forced it. He's not the heir apparent to
Eli Manning.
Eli Manning. He never was. They try to force that. You can't make somebody something that they were never meant to be.
Right.
So that was a dud. The Giants organization is very stubborn. They don't want to admit they're wrong. They paid this man an absorbent amount of money for nothing, for a guy who out of 4 years had more turnovers than I can count. Okay, he had more turnovers than the 49ers had than the Kansas City Chiefs receivers had drops.
But the thing is, there was absolutely no reason to give him that money. He did nothing. But the owners are the owners or whatever. But if you look at the last game, you know, Tyrod played well. I mean, he got 300 plus yards and he got a touchdown, but 6 sacks. Like you can't if you're gonna get sacked 6 times in a game, and it's just hard for you to even though we still almost won
That
it
game,
because the defense was balling.
that game was very entertaining
The defense
because
was balling.
it was no stress behind the game.
Right.
So
O'Carrick got
we're not
sacks.
we're not playing for the Giants. We're not playing for nothing. So
Right. There's no
it was
pressure.
more of
So
a like see who can do what, and it was entertaining. The back and forth, the pick six, the not the pick six, but the kick return touchdown, like that was entertaining.
yeah.
And not for nothing, like Tyrod Taylor, the reason why he's a journeyman player is because he is a good football player, but he's not consistent.
And
He
he's not
throws a
gonna carry
great
your team.
right. He throws a great ball, and when he's on, that pass is pinpoint to the chest.
Yeah.
But
But
he doesn't do it consistently,
and
and this
that's
is why
why
he's
he's
a
been
journeyman.
yeah, that's why he travels a lot. He goes from team to team. But I'm gonna tell you, watching the College Bowl games yesterday and that Sugar Bowl, Penix Jr. looked phenomenal. I mean, he threw the way he threw that ball long, deep, accurate, short, accurate. He got a quick snap throw. Like, I think he'd be perfect for us. Perfect. He's smart.
So that
He
was
has
like that was
good vision.
Washington, Texas.
Yeah, yeah.
So you talking
Yeah.
about the Washington? This guy Washington play? What's his name again?
Penix Jr. He's a
Patrick
Washington quarterback.
Jr. Yeah.
He looked really good. He was second runner-up to Heisman this year. And when you look at the needs, I think we definitely need, in my opinion, at pick number 5,
Mm-hmm.
take we can take if one of these quarterbacks are there, we take them and then we go offensive line in the next 2 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
But Penix Jr. to me is the most NFL ready quarterback, and as far as heart and drive, like you just saw, he wanted to win, and he did what he had to do to win. But you can't also forget Bo Nix. Bo Nix went off too. So
Mm-hmm.
did J.J. McCarthy. He looked good
I mean,
too.
that was a pretty good high scoring game, 37-31. It's not a that was a good game. And like the Giants, I mean, we still hold the 5th pick, which is not bad.
Well,
Um,
you got to think it's 6 quarterbacks. There's at least 6 quarterbacks
you
that can
got to
go
get
to.
somebody.
Yo, not for nothing. The first 6 picks could be quarterbacks, though. Like that's how good this draft is a
But
quarterback.
I
Yeah.
also feel like I don't know is the stars. I don't know what's going on. I just feel like Marvin Harrison Jr. So I think he's going to get picked within the first 3 picks. I think
Yeah, he's gonna be
I don't
gone.
think he's going. I don't think he's going 6 or 7.
Nah.
I think he's going like top 5.
I think Chicago gonna take him because I think that if they smart, they're gonna keep Justin Fields and they're gonna build around him. They got DJ Moore. They bring in Marvin Harrison Jr. You know, I
If
think
they
I think
pick,
that's the way to go.
like we spoke about all before, if they get Marvin Harrison Jr., they're gonna be a good damn team.
Yeah,
They're gonna be
they
real.
offensively they should be. The defense kind of is middle of the pack, but the offense should definitely be a lot better.
Right.
But our problem is Barkley could be gone, so we're gonna have to fill that position. Eckler will
He
be
definitely
free
gonna be
agent.
gone because the way they handled him this year,
Yeah,
it was horrible. And like I don't know who had it worse. It was either him or
Russell
uh,
Wilson.
uh, or Russell Wilson in the form of disrespect from ownership and the coaching staff. Uh, Giants coach, like you know, he didn't say anything, but the fact that he didn't say nothing, even though he went to bat for Daniel Jones,
Right.
it just speaks volumes because you're supposed to be the quarterback coach. I think he got a little beyond himself, thinking that he got sold on Daniel Jones, and he got sold a lemon. He got sold a lemon because you let the brass tell you, and then you're coaching, but you forget that Saquon Barkley is the reason why your man was able to do what he was able to do. It kept the defense honest, so he
Right.
couldn't run the way he ran in that Minnesota playoff game. He's only able to do that because of Saquon Barkley. You think he
Yeah.
would do that if he wasn't
Look,
there?
you take Saquon off this team, Daniel Jones is a wrap. So to me, if you're not gonna bring Saquon back, you might as well go ahead and draft the quarterback. Bring in one of these guys. Rebuild. You already got a young receiver, Wandell Robinson. You got Jalen Hyatt. You got Slayton.
And those
Waller.
guys are good.
Waller got
Those
another
guys
year.
are good.
You got Waller for another year with Bellinger. So you got pretty good defense. Even though I would hope that they sign a number 1 receiver like maybe Higgins from Cincinnati.
Mm-hmm.
Bring him in, be the number 1, and let these guys kind of
Play the
rally
way
around. You got an
right.
established guy, but I don't know who's going to be in our backfield. Austin Eckler will be a free agent. Or you could just stick with the rookie grade. Let him get his burn. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Fix the offensive line and see what happens, man. Because my thing is I'm tired of the sticking with the something that's not working. Daniel Jones is not working. So to keep sticking with him and keep putting him out there and getting the same result,
I
it's just not working. So you
mean,
give him
Einstein said it best.
you give him 6.
You can't keep putting the same thing out and expecting a different result. You're
Right,
insane.
right. You give Listen, he
That's
got to be
insanity.
here this year. We can't get rid of him next year, unless this neck injury keeps him from playing ever again. But if he's healthy
Hmm.
and he's going to be with us next year, give him the first 6 games, see how it goes. If we win it, you stay with it. But if we not, put the rookie in. Let's move on. You know what I'm saying? Let's move
Facts.
on. That's
And,
that's the way I
and,
feel.
and I feel like also too, they can take the Giants can take a page out of the Broncos playbook and how to get rid of a quarterback.
That's right. Bench his ass.
How to get rid of a quarterback who's very expensive. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah,
because
but at least they could get out of this after next year. So
they
after
they
next year,
can.
he's not getting more money. You
Right.
can get out, you can move on. But I love Panix Jr. I like McCarthy. I love Bo Nix. I like them. I actually like them three over Caleb Williams, Drake May, and Jaden Daniels. But Jaden Daniels, he's a Heisman Trophy winner. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But I don't know too many Heisman quarterbacks that come to the NFL and dominate. So
No, it ain't been
you know
many,
what I mean?
and
So I don't. I got to look up the stats on that,
I
but
mean,
I
listen,
like the
the
other three
last
over
person,
him.
the last player that I remember that can come to my mind right now is Charles Wilson. I mean Charles Woodson. Sorry,
But he was the quarterback.
I know, but I'm saying that he won a Heisman,
Yeah,
didn't he?
but,
He won a Heisman, and they came in the league and had a great career. Matter of fact,
but
a Hall of Fame career.
Desmond Howard did good. I
Desmond
think
Howard did
Desmond
good,
Howard
but
did
I
good.
don't think he's Hall of Fame though, right?
Uh,
I don't think
no,
he's Hall of
not yet.
Fame.
Didn't
Yeah,
Reggie Bush
but
win it too?
Reggie Bush, he came right. He won the Heisman, came in the league,
He
had
did
I think a few
good.
good years with the Saints, and then that was it.
No, Reggie
He
Bush
married a
was a baller.
Kardashian.
Reggie Bush was
So,
a baller, dog.
huh?
Bush was a baller.
No, he was a baller until he got with the Kardashian, and that
Yeah.
was a wrap. The curse of the Kardashians continues. But any event, yeah.
So,
So
so real quick, let's do like a keep them or a bid them goodbye. Let's call it keep them or kick them. So
got it.
Tyrod Taylor, he's going right.
He's
He's
gone.
a free agent. What about DeVito? Do we keep him or kick him?
I keep him third string.
Third string.
He's not a bad quarterback. He's just too short. He
But
could he
we
could
have to
he
sign him. I think he's a free agent too.
we could still sign him, but he's not gonna command a lot of money. He only has like 5 games on his belt. I mean, he got I, he's no. I'm gonna keep him, but all that fanfare that's done. That's done. We'll sign for. He's not gonna get big money. He'll get money that he can move out of his mama's house with.
Right. Cook them for a change.
Yeah.
Barkley, we don't really know for sure, but there's some. I say it's like 60-40 that he's gone. So bring do we bring in a free agent running back, or you think we go with our rookie Eric Gray and let him start?
I think we still draft a running back or get one out of free agency.
We already did. We drafted Gray. We gonna keep drafting backs?
I mean,
We just drafted a back.
yeah, he played a couple of games, right?
So he
He's
yeah,
he's
but what about Jacobs from LA? He's a free agent. So if we lose Barkley, do we go after Jacobs or Eckler?
we gotta get somebody who's so my thing is this, right? The guy's a rookie, right?
Yeah.
We do we want to keep a rookie running back along with a rookie? Because we going because they like I said, Danger's gonna be gone. They might play him next year, but if we get lucky and actually draft a good quarterback this year, and get lucky, then it would look good to start like a little fresh young core of guys
Right.
that's not.
That's my
But
point. My point is that we start we do like it's probably not gonna go well the first year, but you do like um Houston. You got Houston. They got a rookie quarterback. They brought in some rookie receivers. You know, but they gave him a veteran running back. You know what I'm saying? and a stud #1 receiver. So that's my thing. If you bring in Higgins as your stud #1, and you're able to re-sign Barkley, I think that'll be the best case scenario if
Mm-hmm.
Barkley stays. And you
Well,
get you get one of these quarterbacks with Wandell and Hyatt, Waller and Bellinger, go with the flow with that and see what happens. But
I
if
think
that don't,
that looks good on paper as well. And Hyatt and those guys, those young guys, I think they can. They show that they can play ball. They show they
right,
can make big catches. They can play, and they're catching passes from guys who they know next year is probably not going to be catching passes from.
right,
And so they know they're auditioning as well for next year and for years to come for that contract. So they're all auditioning. So you got nothing to play for. If Saquon wants respect and he wants money, it will be a slap in his face if they let Saquon walk and then give the other
Jacob,
running back right.
right.
They tie him to a deal. I would lose my shit because I'm gonna be like Saquon is on what 25, 26.
Yeah.
This guy's young, yet he
But
had a couple
here's the
injuries.
deal.
I think they make it out to like he had all these major super. He had one major injury that came out the whole year. After he came back, and he should have won comeback player of the year last year.
But the thing with keeping Saquon is if you get a rookie quarterback, by the time the quarterback is you got to give that quarterback 2-3 years, and by that time Saquon will be done.
Yeah, but you know
But
what? Here's the funny thing is that we're in a league where is show me now. Like look at Jordan Love. Look at all these young guys that got drafted Bears. They all are playing and they're playing well.
yeah, but Jordan Love sat on the bench for years.
Yeah, but only because who was there?
Right,
Arrogant Rodgers.
right. Well, I'm
Not
just
Aaron
saying,
Rodgers.
but
Arrogant Rodgers.
he learned so much of the game by watching it, so he wasn't thrown right in the starting lineup. So
Which is
that's
true.
that's what I'm
But
saying. If you
also
let Jones, you let
he's kind of the exception to the rule.
you let Jones play, let the rookie watch, get up to speed, and then if the season is over early, like it
Okay.
was this year, throw the rookie out there, let him play.
All right,
But my thing is,
so we
what do you keep around him though? I mean, do you waste Barkley? Because Barkley wants to win. So do you rebuild with Barkley, or do you let him go somewhere like Philly or Kansas City? One of those, maybe San Diego.
if I'm Barkley, I'm out.
Say
So
what?
I'm gonna keep the young kid. I'm gonna keep the young guy, and like you said, if the running back come to terms with us, Higgins, and then he's free, then why not?
So Higgins is a
I
receiver.
mean, not Higgins. Sorry,
Jacobs.
yeah. So if he wants to sign with the Giants,
I
that's
mean,
good.
it's gonna be a few free agent running backs. It's just the fact of them, what kind of money they're looking for. But I would be okay.
They've already set the NFL already set the precedent that they don't want to pay running backs top dollar.
Right.
So the only one who actually got good money was McCaffrey.
But I think if we're gonna start with if we're gonna bring in, if we draft a rookie, this is my thing. If they don't draft a quarterback, then you keep Barkley. If we draft a quarterback, then I think we let Barkley go sign. Hopefully not to Philly, but he signs somewhere else. I think
Mm-hmm.
you let Gray start because he'll be a second year back. You got Matt Breida. You could start Matt Breida also, but I think you want to rebuild. You don't want to waste Barkley for the next 3 years with a rookie
Because
quarterback.
honestly,
So
like you said, these are his prime years where he's
yeah, this
healthy,
prime
fresh,
year.
young, can still hit the whole hard, pause, and keep going.
Yeah, so you don't want to do that, but we just got to know that we can't our expectations next year can't be too high either. But the future,
We definitely don't have that high. We don't. We shouldn't have it. We should not have high
but
expectations
here's the
right
thing:
now.
the only person I think would be losing defensively is Isaiah Simmons. He's a free agent.
Mm-hmm.
Xavier McKinney's a free agent. Adoree Jackson's a free agent,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't care about losing him. I would like to keep Simmons and McKinney, but I don't know if we can afford it. So we might have to replace them. But
I
Belton
mean, I
came
like
in and he did it. So who knows?
I like Adoree Jackson. He has flashes,
Yeah,
but
but
he's not really
he just burned too much.
yeah, he's not really a fan favorite overall. But yeah, all right. So to your point, to your thing is, I'll keep him. Who's next? We have to keep him or kick him.
That's the only people I got. Is those people on offense because mostly everybody else we keeping.
Okay.
So my expectations is in April that they're going to draft a quarterback, and I think Barkley's going to go sign somewhere else, and we're going to have to start. We're going to be starting over. That's just what I think.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can only get we can only we can't make this any worse. We do have pieces to get better with. The
Right.
team is not an overall loss. Like we've won the games that we actually lost this year. Some were close, some were not. But you know, it's not a total wash. Mentally, as far as the Giants, they do have pieces they can build around. It's more or less now how to draft and uh, in free agency and see what we can get and how we're going to show up our O line and see because
Exactly.
we got to
Well,
protect the quarterback.
speaking of the offensive line, there's going to be a lot of offensive linemen free
Mm-hmm.
agents. So I think there's a few guys that they can go after. I think one of the guys from Cincinnati is going to be free. I think Ziegler's going to be free from Baltimore. Um, who else? There's a
I
bunch
just
of
hope that
linemen.
they if and when they do, they're gonna have to. It's not about if, it's when. They're gonna have to really make sure that some of these guys are compatible with this team because every play. The reason why some teams don't work out because you got internal issues with players who just don't, character wise, don't fit.
But I think Thomas is great. Love Thomas. I think if we could get Ziegler from Baltimore, bring him back because
He
we had him
that
before. We bring him
Ziegler's a
back.
free agent this year.
Yeah,
Coming up.
he's a free agent.
I I have a strong feeling. Usually guys like that, like if you're a guy who wants to keep winning, then you're gonna stay with a team that just won a Super Bowl. And I think I really feel like the Baltimore
I don't
Ravens
think they're
sometimes.
going to be able to afford him. I don't think they're going to afford him though. But they got a lot of free agents, and they got to sign that linebacker. He's a free agent. Damn,
What's
I
this
can't
guy's
remember
name?
his name, but
What's the guy with the zero on the strong
yeah,
safety? Is it strong safety?
they're a linebacker.
He he look like a linebacker, but he plays like a goddamn
Yeah, but
strong
he's a free
safety
agent.
type.
They got to bring him back. J.K. Dobbins is free too, the running back. So if
Oh
he comes
yeah.
back healthy, he's another person you could sign, and he probably won't get a lot of money because of his injury stuff. But do you want to bring in an injury prone guy like that? I don't know.
Nah,
Um, you know,
no, because then they're gonna be
but
asking you to waive your injury exception money. Oh wait, you gotta waive that. Or we're gonna
but
bench
see,
you.
my thing with running backs, if you look on the other side of the ball with the game last week, the Rams, Williams, on Williams, this man has come from nowhere. Like everybody was like, oh, they're not gonna do nothing with him, but it could be the scheme. I think the scheme McVay runs over there is great for running backs, but on Williams did. I mean, he got like 12 touchdowns this year. I mean, the boy is rolling, so you don't have to have the big name backs, And who knows? Gray was really good at college. He's a really good back in college. So,
Mm-hmm.
you could let him get some burns, see what happens. Um, because the Giants has always been able to work it out with running backs. Even when we had Tyrone Wheatley and
Yeah.
Rodney Hampton and Ahmad Bradshaw and all these guys, like we always had guys who nobody thought was great, and they come here and they become a great running back. I
And
think, well,
they fit the scheme. And
right?
we had I think you had the Thunder and Lightning, I don't even call it, but you
Yeah,
had you had
Ahmad
that
Bradshaw and,
you had
and
that
Ahmad
1-2
Bradshaw
punch
and
because
Ahmad Bradshaw. What the hell is the other guy name?
and you had
I forget the other
Brendan
guy's
Jacobs.
name. Yeah, Jacobs.
So Jacobs
Yeah,
would
that's the
so
Jacobs.
Jacobs would like pound, and then you put Bradshaw in, and then by the time you put Bradshaw in, he'd cutting through everybody because everybody's tired.
Yeah, even Tiki Barber. Tiki Barber was a good running back, man. Especially once he got the fumbling down, he was a good back. And then he caught a lot of
Yeah, he
passes.
got that
You know what
fumbling
I'm
down pat because of Coughlin. Coughlin made him carry that damn ball every damn where.
saying? He made him like
Stop
glue.
fumbling the
But
damn ball, Tiki.
I think
Shit.
they can make the right if they make the right moves. I think they can turn this around within a year or two.
I mean, we're coming off this year a 9. What was it, 9-7 last year?
Yeah, 9-7
Made the
last.
made the playoffs. Got to the second round. Um, so it's I don't know what happened this year. I feel like the team didn't respond because that team loves Saquon Barkley, and they watched
Yeah, I think it
how
set
this
a bad tone.
organization did him dirty.
It set a bad tone.
It set a bad tone right from the jump,
Yeah,
and so that team, I they didn't play hard for nobody. They just didn't. They were uninspired. I mean, they won some games they probably should have lost, but you know, and they lost some games they probably
yeah,
should have won. But at the end of the day, they are they. If you start the year off on a bad sour note, you're not gonna have a good year. You're just not.
yeah. It was. Well, they playing good of late though. I like how they're playing. They're playing hard still. They're still trying to win games. You know, yesterday, I mean, the last game, you know, Tyrod missed Barkley wide open for the 2-point conversion.
First
He
of
even said,
all,
you know, I
can
didn't
we talk about
execute
that
the
real
play.
quick? That pissed me off. Just run it in.
Yeah, he could have
Just
just
run it in.
let Barkley block for you and you run
That
in.
that was my. That's why I thought that what they were doing. Like Barkley was blocking for Tayrod, and he really had could. He had a clear lane to the end zone.
Yeah,
All that
yeah,
green was there.
it was
So
there.
I think that was Tayrod overthinking that play because Saquon wasn't looking for that ball. He looked over to make sure that he was behind him so he could block for him. But
Right.
he
Yeah,
was not looking for the ball.
but that's Tyrod. Tyrod has bonehead plays every game,
But this
man.
is why you
Every
see.
game you have a bonehead play. So you know
This
what
is
are you gonna do? This is who you got. This is who you stuck
this is
with. You know he's
yeah.
going next year, so that's gonna be over after this week. And
And I and I
we
hate.
just see what you have. You know, see
Mm-hmm.
what happens in the draft. And you know, I predict that the Giants gonna get a quarterback and they're gonna move on from Barkley. That's just my prediction.
Yeah, and I think Barkley's gonna move on from them. Actually, I think he's. I mean, well, they can still tag him.
I don't
They can
think
still.
they're gonna. I don't think they're gonna tag
I
him
hope
again though.
like they if they franchise tag him again, they're gonna really piss off Giant Nation,
I mean, I don't think. I think he's gonna hold out.
huh?
If they do that, he's gonna hold out.
I would. Why not?
Yeah.
Like, and I'm pretty sure he's not spending any of his money because he knows what he's gonna do in case. He doesn't spend no damn money. He's like, y'all ain't paying me no money. Don't get me wrong, $10 million, nothing to sneeze at. $11 million,
Yeah.
nothing to sneeze at. But you know, he's a premier running back. He's 25 years old, 26, whatever. He paid a man.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm
I
with you on
mean,
that.
the only running back in the league that got his money was McCaffrey. That's to me, that's crazy. Like
McCaffrey's a beast though, but I
he's
mean,
the don't get me wrong, he's a beast. But so is Barkley when he's healthy and when they have a great line. Like I mean, it's San
but I'm
Fran.
gonna say McCaffrey got a really good line
He has
too,
a
and he has
great
a
damn line.
quarterback that's capable of throwing 300 yards a
Yeah,
game, which we didn't have. We don't have.
don't have it.
Because I'm gonna tell you, the key thing with the Giants is that no one respected Jones as a passer. So all they did was play to run the whole game. They played to stop him. They played to stop Barkley. So and he couldn't take advantage of that. That's
Nope.
the issue.
I don't because
There was literally games. I wish I could go back to one of the games where the whole team was on the line. Like they literally had nobody back.
They were
and they ran the
nobody
ball.
playing.
I was like, how do you run against a 11-man front?
You're
And
not
they ran the ball for like
so
a yard. I was like,
so either
Jesus.
way, it's like, all right, we dare you to pass. Either way, we're gonna if you run, we're gonna smack them. Either way,
Yeah.
you're not because you're going if you try to pass, you're gonna throw a pick or you're gonna get your head slammed because he got no QB awareness. He don't feel like he coming. Like this is one of my pet peeves that I had all the whole 4 years watching this man play. The day they drafted him, I was like, no. I was like, no.
Yeah,
And then
I was
I
not.
think
I was upset. I was
we
upset.
all knew what everybody else knew except the damn Giants organization.
Yeah, it's crazy. I was sitting there like it took me back to the Knicks when they drafted Frederick Weiss. I was sitting there like, who? Like,
God.
what are you talking? Dang,
Frederick
who?
White,
I was
you
just
done
like,
brought that
but
man name up. He
that's
probably
you
on a
know
farm somewhere in France.
that
I, I
right. Yeah.
don't know. That
But all right,
man
let's move on to the Jets. Um,
to where? I can't
the
hear you.
Jets.
All right.
So last week they played the Browns. The Browns actually shit. Browns look. I think the Browns with Flacco. If Flacco can play like he's been playing, and they receivers don't get injured, they might be able to make some noise with that defense, man. That defense is crazy. But the Jets, they got issues, dog. Like they quarterback, and they pick and because they won those damn games that they won, they don't fell back to probably I think 8 or 9 in the
Wasn't
draft.
Flacco on the Jets?
Yeah, they let him go. They could have gotten him back, but they were like, no, we're gonna go with Zach Wilson. Made no
So
sense. No.
Flacco now has no worries. He's a better
Nope.
quarterback,
Yeah,
tearing it up right now, looking like an all-star quarterback, and
yeah,
the Browns are looking like a problem. They like I feel like the only team right now that could probably give Baltimore some fits, not beat them, but some fits, is the Browns. Their
yeah.
defense is stout.
That defense is healthy. I think they can give a problem too.
And
But
that what's
so
this
the
guy name?
Jets, but the Jets may have. I mean, listen, they may have a chance to get McCarthy or Bo Nix. One of them guys may fall to 8 or 9. So they may be able to draft one of these guys, man. So they could get them a new, quarterback also. And with that year, they have a young core with Brees Hall and Garrett Wilson. So
Mm-hmm.
I mean, listen, I hope they don't pass it up. You know what I mean? Because Zach Wilson is not the answer. Trevor Simeon is not the answer. And Rodgers, you're lucky he give you 1 year. So
Trevor
you might as
Simeon.
well go
Like
ahead.
of all the Trevor, like we like who?
Yeah,
But he threw the ball 45 times. 45 times he threw the
and
ball.
still didn't get 300 yards.
And still they get 300 yards. 261 yards. How did so come on. Come on. Like Flacco, he's a veteran. So I kind of and he used to be he used to be a big payday guy. So I
And
expect him
he knows Harbaugh's scheme because he played for him. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. If Baltimore have to go, Cleveland would have to go through Baltimore. But I mean,
but they're gonna have to make some Baltimore will have to
it'll
change some
definitely
schemes up.
it'll be tough. I think it'll be a tough game for them because
They're
Kansas
gonna.
City.
I feel like. I listen. My thing is this, right? I feel like Baltimore is probably good if they run into the Browns. They're gonna have to change some things up, because like we said, Flacco knows some of their plays. Like a few, Matt, a lot of them plays probably. So, but they're gonna bring Flacco down back to earth. He's having a good time right now. But if that defense is crazy.
Yeah, but Baltimore
But I think
McQueen. That's his name, McQueen.
oh yeah, 80-0, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
that's his name.
yeah, I like him. I like him. He's a.
He,
They had him
he,
mic'd up. They had him
he's
mic'd
the
up.
new Ray Lewis.
Huh?
He's their new Ray Lewis.
He does Ray Lewis.
I say he's their new Ray Lewis.
Well, if he's there, Ray Lewis, he's getting people's attention.
He's balling out. But back to the Jets. So
Mm-hmm.
it's
Well,
gonna be key. They need to get another receiver on the opposite side of Wilson though. So I think Neighbors probably be the number 2 wide receiver taken because Harrison's gonna go definitely first. But Neighbors, I think Malik Neighbors is his name. I think he'll be a good pickup too if a quarterback is not there, and get him
mm-hmm.
on the other side of Garrett Wilson, and that'll be a nice tandem with him and Brees Hall. So your boy Aaron Rodgers will have some 2 really good receivers, and real Brees Hall is a really good running back. I mean, I don't know what it is, but the man, cause his vision is ridiculous,
You
and his
you
speed.
you really think? Let me ask you a question. You really think he's gonna play this year?
I think he's gonna play. I don't think he want to go out like that. He's too much of a diva to go out like that.
I think the more he sits on that couch and talk to Pat McAfee, I think he's like loving that attention that he gets from New York media. And the thing is, I don't know. I don't know. And he's very, he's not made for New York. He's very thin skinned. And but I like to. Here's another question for you, real quick. Do you think they're gonna keep Saleh?
Yeah,
They're gonna keep him as a coach?
they're gonna keep him. They're gonna keep him at least the next year because they want to see what this team does if Rodgers is healthy. So they're gonna keep him. They're not gonna because they don't want to upset the Rodgers. So they're gonna keep him and Hackett. Yeah,
Because right now it's a shit show.
They already said it that they're gonna keep them for another year, so they're safe. But that don't mean they can't get fired mid-season. If Rodgers come back and they end up losing the first 7-8 games, then everybody going. So we'll see what happens. But I think this team needs a lot of help. I think defensively they're great, but offensively they gotta move on from Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson's career should be over at this point.
Yeah. I don't think he's even fit to be a. I don't think he's fit to even be a journeyman.
Yeah, no, he's not.
He can. I think that he could be on somebody's sideline holding the clipboard as like a third string, fourth string person, whatever. I don't know. But the fact, I mean, I've heard people say that he shouldn't even be in the league right now.
Yeah, I mean that's the way I look at it. I don't think he should even be in the league. But
That's how bad he is.
mentally, he just doesn't. He's not. He's weak mentally, and you can't be weak mentally. Kind of like Caleb Williams, Like I don't want to, put down the brother, but that crying to his mama, like you can't do that, Especially on national TV, where everybody looking at you, and you lose a game and you go crying to your mama. Like people will look at that like you plan on playing NFL football.
We're not
Like,
drafting him. They're like
yeah.
we're not drafting him.
So don't be
We'll pretend like you're drafting him. But we're not
surprised. Don't
drafting
be
him.
surprised
No,
if Drake May is not the number 1 pick in the draft in April instead of Caleb Williams.
I won't be surprised because not for nothing. Like this is, he just gave you a prelude of what he's going to do when he loses. He's going to make sure his mama has the front right there. If wherever he's drafted at,
They put her ass up in the damn suites, so he can't get up there.
You isn't. He probably he hope he don't demand mama to be in the stand like right down there because you got a lot of people who mamas are right down in that thing and they went from game balls.
Yeah, it's.
But he hasn't he didn't get in the league yet, and I don't think he'll have that much power and push to even have mama in a suite looking down like that. That's for the high rolls and ballers. He ain't that yet.
All right, well,
his mama is gonna be down right there waiting. Hey, my baby. Yeah. Come on, cry, mama. Come on. It's okay. We lost. That's one L.
So we coming up
Yeah.
to the final week of the season.
Yep.
Um, of course, everybody pretty much playing their rivals: the Jets against the Patriots, the Eagles, and the Giants. Um, the Steelers, not for nothing, the Steelers playing the Ravens. The Steelers might actually get into the playoffs because I don't think the Ravens are going to play their starters in that game. So they might be able to win that game and get their 10th win and get into the playoffs. So they could be a problem too if they had a quarterback. I just don't trust in Rudolph, so I don't think they're going to get far with Rudolph as quarterback. But
Mm.
it's good to see the Steelers get in there. The Texans and the Colts are also battling it out. So whoever wins that game could get into the playoffs. And I would like to see the Texans because I like C.J. Stroud.
I like him too. He's
The
another young
Browns,
buck that got some oomph to him.
yeah, the Browns going to the Bengals. Um, Browns still need some positions, so they're probably going to play the starters in that game, but they still need to move around. And then you got the Vikings. The Lions could pretty much lose this game because they already got the division, so they good.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm kind of pissed off with that Dallas Cowboys Lions game because you know when it comes to these refs, man, you guys sometimes you just gotta let shit go. Like to call that play, knowing it's gonna end the game and it's gonna give another team the win. It just looks suspect to me. You because my thing is they was in Detroit would they have called that?
No, and not for nothing. That same crew, they're on a 2 week streak of screwing games over
Yeah, four games
for
up.
teams. So that particular, from what I'm hearing, that particular crew won't be in the playoffs, officially any playoff games, because it's too much money at risk, and it's too many. It's too much at risk right now to have that same crew officiating, knowing they've fumbled one with the, I think it was the lineman, the
Yeah.
you know, and then you got the 2 point convert. Like you can't do that. Like you can't. Like you can't.
You
Your
can't
crews.
you can't call
But my thing is this, and I heard some earlier today too. This That game before the day was over, the league should have turned that game over to the Lions, because not for nothing, that it wasn't like a call, or that was just
as a judgment call.
a judgment call. So the league should have turned that game, should have gave the game to the Lions, because they
But
actually won
it
that
has to
game.
be that has to be on the ref's mind for him to make that call. He had to be sitting there going, "Oh," because what happened is he said, "Oh shoot, the lineman caught the ball. He didn't report because it was a lot. If he threw that ball to anybody else, the game would have been over. But because the lineman caught it, he saw it was the number. Was like, wait a minute, that's a lineman. Did they report? And
But
now he
then,
don't remember.
but it's that mistake is on the Lions. They got to take a little heat for that one too, because I think they did that to try to confuse the Cowboys.
Yeah, he did.
So they end up confusing the referees, but the referees are professional. The referees are professionals. They're supposed to
Supposed to know.
know,
And
but
the
now you
head
have to go
guy,
up to the referee and tap him on the shoulder. Look, I'm in. I'm going in. Like you, before you had to make contact with them, they would automatically know. Hand up in the air, going in. I'm active as a receiver. No, now you gotta go up to them like, hey, listen, I'm going in. I'm eligible now.
well,
Now you have to like
the
go.
head it should, but you know what? The head coach should also tell the ref standing next to him because always the ref standing in front of him. Listen, number 68 is going to be available. I'm making him available.
But
That way
I'm
he can also tell
but
him.
I'm sending 3 guys up there. But 68 is gonna be the one we're gonna use.
Right.
Like
Exactly.
like it would not have impacted the game any other way if you're right. I mean not Harbaugh, if the coach would have just said, listen, 68 is gonna be available, but I'm sending 3 guys up to you.
Right.
Just let you guys just a heads up.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Let
that would have
him
been
know.
it. But the referees did mess up too, but also they got the team got to accountability as well, because they try to You try to do a little trickery and it ended up costing them a
Yeah,
game. Detroit
before-
should have had that game. But for referees, and this is the second time they messed up, they deserve not to play in the playoffs because you can't. It's too much money at stake. Now the betting lines are going to be crazy going to playoffs, and you're going to have these. If the NFL allowed this crew to be officiating a high stake game, you know that's going to alter bets and wages going into the that game because
Of
that
course,
crew.
of course it is. But
So
the Cowboys,
they can't risk it.
but
Too much
the
money involved.
Cowboys didn't look. The Cowboys didn't look all together. They made mistakes in that game too, which to me, they got this little streak going on at home or whatever. But they don't. It looks like when they have to play the real good teams, that they're not always the best team in the game. Coach, coach, they get out coached, they get outplayed. I mean, other than throwing a bomb to CeeDee Lamb, they really don't have much after that. Pollard is doing awful. He's not. They have no
Mm-hmm.
running game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think this gonna be it's gonna be they're probably gonna end up winning the East, getting home field advantage the first two games,
Mm-hmm.
but we'll see who has to come to them. They might have to play Detroit again, so you know it might end up they get Detroit in the first round again. So we'll see how that goes. But moving on, the Jaguars, they already won the division. Also, they play the Titans, so that should be wretched starters. Um,
The Russia
the
starter
Falcons,
kind of game.
yeah, the Falcons
Mostly
go
gonna
to the Saints.
yeah,
Huh?
mostly gonna be Russian starters anyway. So yeah,
Yeah.
they're not gonna. But as we seen when you are hot, you want to stay hot, and I think
But they
teams that are
injured.
really
They
right.
got a lot of injuries though.
Who's that?
Jaguars,
Oh
quarterback
well,
hurt.
yeah, Trevor.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah,
No, I'm talking about like teams like Baltimore, and the Browns, like
right.
they're playing hot right now. And like if you're going to the playoffs hot, usually you stay hot.
Well, they probably play him a quarter or two. Give him a quarter or two, and then
Mm-hmm.
bench him. You don't
Yeah,
want to risk it. But they lose Lamar Jackson, it's over.
yeah, that's true.
So
But I don't. You can't. You if you play this game uh, risky,
it's
you're
meaningless. That's what I'm
scared.
saying. Like it's a meaningless game. You don't want to lose them to a game that you didn't have to play.
That's true too. That's
So
true.
the
Get him in
Buccaneers,
and get him out.
yeah.
Just
Um,
do a couple passes, do a couple runs, get him out the game first quarter,
yeah.
or a few series.
Give him a quarter and then take him out. Um, Here's a surprise though. The Buccaneers, listen, Baker Mayfield surprised me, man. I did not expect him to play like that. He played his ass off this year. I ain't gonna front. He did really, really good. He did a lot better than I thought. I thought he was washed up.
I
But he
I
actually did pretty good,
I
man.
think um
Todd Bowles,
for most some people change the scenery is good.
yeah.
He needed to get out of Cleveland. So yeah,
We'll see. They play the Panthers, so they should win that. But I think the Buccaneers is, if I'm correct, they let me see. I think they did make the playoffs. Um, the the uh, the Tampa Bay, yeah, they won. They won the division. If New Orleans lose, so if they gotta win. New Orleans. If New Orleans win, and they lose, then they out. So as long as they win, they good. They pretty much hold their own. Fate.
sorry about that. Sorry about that.
What you put the
My thing came up.
huh?
My thing came up. The
Oh,
video just popped up on a thing. But yeah, so wrapping up. What we going to end the game ends with what you got for the last
you
one?
got the Bears. The Bears go to the Packers. Um, that's Justin Fields' game. Justin Fields has to win that game. Otherwise, they're gonna, you know, if he plays good against them, then they probably gonna keep him not draft the quarterback.
Uh-huh.
The Broncos and the Raiders, who cares? The only thing about the Raiders, um, I hope they give. Um, damn, I forget the head coach name.
Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, Pierce.
That's our guy. Come on.
I hope they give Pierce the job. I think he deserved it.
I
I
think he
think he
earned it.
did.
I think he actually
I think he
earned that
earned it.
shit. Not you
Yeah,
can't say about too many guys who become a coach in the league. Said he earned it. He earned that. He needs to
yeah,
get that.
he definitely did.
Big win
If,
against the
if he
Chiefs.
don't get that job, then they gotta get somebody. Gotta hire him and do somewhere.
Yeah.
It should be some openings. So I know New England may, they may lose their coach. So who knows? But I think he deserves to be a head
Most
coach.
definitely.
The Seahawks, the Cardinals, so wash. The Chiefs and the Chargers. The Chiefs is fine in that one. The Rams go to the 49ers. The 49ers is good. They don't have to play for anything, but the Rams do. I think they do have to win. But if the Rams win, I believe the Rams will go to the Cowboys first round.
Most likely.
And then the
Which is
Cowboys play the Commanders.
I think the Cowboys are still a one and done team, like the Eagles. I feel like the Eagles are one and done too.
I hope so, but the big game, the Bills and the Dolphins, man. The Bills and the Dolphins is a big game. If the Bills win that game, then they'll end up winning the AFC East, the
Bills are
AFC
going.
East.
Bills are
And
going to lose.
huh?
Bills are going to lose this game. Dolphins are pissed off right now. They got shellacked. They got shellacked.
Yeah, but
56
they
to
also don't have
19.
Waddle. They don't have Waddle. They don't have Mostert. They don't, and Tyreek Hill is injured. Also, Tua got injured, so I don't know how many players they're gonna have for that game.
That's a
So,
lot of
and
injuries. So
so
we got to wait and
we'll
see.
yeah, you gotta wait and see on that one. But the Bills are hungry too, so we'll see how it goes. But that's my wrap up for the next week 18 games. Um, see how it goes. Uh, what do we want to end on?
I guess that's a wrap.
It's a wrap.
So until our next podcast, I'm Marcus Jackson.
I'm Sherod, Hot Rod.
And we're going to hit you up with the next one. And we'll be leading up with the last week of the NFL season. We'll touch on some more of Knicks. We didn't touch on the Nets. We got to talk about some of those guys as well.
Yep.
And the Rangers as well. We're going to get some hockey in there on
Yeah, they
our
losing,
next
by the way.
pod. Huh?
I say they losing, by the way, right now.
Well, they're still contending though. So
But they still
we're
doing
going to
good.
get to all that on our next podcast. Until then,
Peace out.
we out.